Picks up beautifully on the brush. Whoa, crap. That packs a punch. Hey beauties, it's Riri. Today's video is my ice cream beauty box for the month of February. I'll pop deets right here and we'll dive in. All right, as always, I have brows and base. So if there's anything in here we can try out, we can do a look and stuff like that and kind of test some products out. If you're unfamiliar with the Ice Cream Beauty box, they also have a sister subscription, the Ice Cream Beauty bag. They also have a loose pigments subscription. But the basic premise is that it is makeup focused, makeup heavy. They focus on indie brands and supporting indie brands, small businesses. And there's a palette in every single box or bag. Just elephant in the room. Yes, these are very late. They have been having some issues since around August of last year. They did make a statement a couple months back, and then it's kind of been radio silence since then. I believe in the brand so much and love the box and the bag so much. I pay for this myself. No affiliation, no codes, no nothing. But I continue to get the subscription because yes, it's late, but I still receive my box. But I'm going to say, you know, as a consumer, yes, it's frustrating. And I understand the frustration. I get several messages from you guys, comments from you guys and stuff like that. So I hope that they're working things out and working, you know, the kinks and stuff like that out. I do give grace because I am a small business owner. My husband and I are small business owners, and I understand that life happens. So I didn't want to do the unboxing without just kind of addressing that I understand the frustration. I'm frustrated myself. It would definitely be different if I were not receiving my boxes at all, but I don't like to get them late. I like to get a subscription service and the box in the month that it's supposed to come in. But I will say that genuinely, I love the subscription so much that I am being patient. So all that to say, I enjoy the box. Generally, I usually give it a 5 out of 5, and I have a really, really good time with the subscription. It is packaged well. We have some little peanuts and stuff on top. Of course, I'm not gonna look at the back of this. We do have a little card. And then an informative card, of course. This was for February. We'll talk deets when we're done. All right. First thing right on top, I see the Bow Babe Beauty Blushing Blush. And I'm guessing that is the actual shade. Achieve any level of blush, day or night, for all skin tones. Okay. Next up is the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in the shade Toast. I am not going to open this. I will demo my own personal one because I don't like to open up things when I have so much already open. It's an okay formula. I actually prefer the Ole Henriksen one to any of the other ones that I've tried, but it's okay. It's not horrible, but definitely not hype-worthy, in my opinion. Next up is the Ofra Signature Palette. Ooh, that is so pretty. It's a blush palette, but it can very much be used for, you know, eyeshadows and stuff like that as well. Alrighty. Next up, we have the Cheeky Rose Beauty Electric Rose 12 Universal Face Palette, perfect for every day or night. And of course we get, you know, palette, and of course we get a palette in every single subscription. Oh, that's pretty. Not something I would like gravitate to, but it is really nice. All right, and then last up in my Ice Cream Beauty box, let me just double check, is the Lash Step Shimmer Cream Eyeshadow Stick in the shade Crystal. All right, it's an okay selection. I do want to swatch the blush and stuff like that really quick for y'all too. Again, that was Bow Babe Beauty Blushing Blush. A really pretty selection. I again like that we get a palette in every single box. I like that we got a blush, we got the blush palette, we've got, you know, something for the lips, the eye products and stuff like that. Not a bad curation at all. Ooh, it feels nice. It has a really pretty, very silky, soft texture to it. All right, I think I'm gonna try this. I do have a little bit of blush on, so hopefully we'll be able to kind of see what it brings. Picks up beautifully on the brush. Whoa, crap. That packs a punch that I was not expecting. Wow. And if you're ever using a blush, bronzer, whatever the case may be, and you feel like it's, you know, a little bit too deep for you, if you go in with a more open, fluffy, soft brush, tap in and then tap, I keep a towel down here, but tap in like one time, pat it off on your towel or on the back of your hand, and then apply, it will kind of sheer out a little bit for you. Wow, I definitely went crazy on the blush, y'all. That feels nice. It looks really beautiful on the skin. I feel like it gives like a little diffused, I feel like it looks pretty diffused on the skin. I like that. I have plenty like this, so most likely this will end up in my resale group. I do have a resale group over on Facebook, and it's always linked down below. I think because I tried that and I already had blush, I'm probably not going to use this. This also is not something that I feel like I'm going to use all the time, but let me prep and we'll try this, and then maybe I'll top it with this. So let me go ahead and prep. I'm going in with my Alter Ego eyeshadow base. I always do that when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I will speed this portion of the video up so that we're not here for 3,000 years, and then I will give you guys some thoughts when I am done applying the eyeshadows. My thoughts on the Cheeky Rose Beauty. It's really pretty. It's a soft little, you know, kind of everyday neutral palette with like that little pop of like the lilac shade. They perform okay. They do feel really smooth and kind of really silky to the touch. I like the actual texture and formulation of it. They don't have a whole lot of pop, which is fine. I just like a little bit more. And in terms of like any type of shimmer or anything like that, these are kind of your standard you know, kind of more thick, opaque, just kind of like satin type shades. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I just like more. I do always kind of say though, you know, I always try to see the silver lining in everything and see the positives in everything. I do think that if you're a beginner and or you have problems like blending and stuff like that, because they're not like crazy, you know, impactful and stuff like that, and they are like a little bit of a thinner kind of silky formula, I do think they blend easily, and I think they lend themselves to being very beginner friendly. I just like more. This, I'm going to try it as a highlighter real quick. I do not like it on my eyes solely because I have hooded lids. On this eye, and I tried to keep it low, but as soon as I opened my eyes, of course, it transferred to the top, and there's like no eyeshadow there left at all, like you would have seen it up close. On this side, I made sure to keep it really, really close and not even let it go into like the fold of my eye. So it's pretty. But for the eyes, I would probably either use it just kind of solely all over my lids, or if you don't have hooded lids, you probably wouldn't have the issue that I had. I am going to try to use it as like a quick highlight moment because I feel like that would be a little bit of a better application. I will also note that I can still feel it. Like I don't feel like it dried down all the way. Like there's still a little bit of like wetness or tackiness, if you will, to it. Yeah, I much prefer on the cheeks. But even then, if it doesn't dry down, I'm not going to like it on my cheeks. So this product, I think for me, is a little bit of a miss. And of course, that is personal preference. You know, do whatever makes you feel like the best version of yourself. Some things are not going to work for all of us, you guys. Like the actual like shade of it, the pretty sparkle and stuff like that, I think is really, really stunning. I just personally like a formula that sets down and dries down. And this does not. Not as far as like I'm feeling even on the eyes. The blush, I think, is beautiful. I'm not going to keep it solely because I already have a few in the same kind of like shade family, and we don't need 5 of one thing, y'all. But holy crap, it packs a punch. I think you could also go in and take a less is more approach with it. It looks nice and soft and diffused. So this I really, really like. So if you got this, I think you would love it. The Rhode, again, I'm not going to open this one because I just purchased this one at the Sephora sale, I think like in November or December. And this one is the shade Jelly Bean. I like the component and stuff like that. It's kind of a standard, you know, lip balm, lip tint type of vibe. It smells delicious, like really, really good. And my only thing with this is that kind of verse, like the Laneige, and then like I said, the Ole Henriksen one, which is my all-time favorite. There is some tact to this, and I just don't like that, as we just discussed with this product. It's super pretty though, and good gracious, do they smell delicious. If you don't mind something that you can kind of feel on the lips that kind of stays a little bit tacky on the lips, I think you'd love it. It does feel nice, it feels hydrating and stuff like that, but just for me personally, it does feel just, it's a little bit tacky, a little bit grippy, and that's not something that I prefer in a product like this. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Not awful, not a 5 out of 5 this month. I think I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. I don't know. These are not things that are like blowing my socks off, but I do know that a ton of you love these and swear by this. So literally for almost the price of just this, you've gotten the whole box. You've got the blush, you've got the blush palette and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not a horrible box by any means. I mean, the look, you know, we got there other than not having any eyeshadow left right here. We got there. It's just not my all-time favorite. I would love to know your thoughts. Comment down below and let me know what you guys thought. Thank you all so much for joining. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you did enjoy. If you do share out my content, I also appreciate that, and it helps me so, so much. And hype the video. You can turn on notifications so you never miss any of my videos, and there's a join button down below you can click to become a channel member to get some exclusive perks. I love you all. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties!